Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I want to take a look at Human Torch with this very well-rolled obelisk. It's a 30% fire damage, 31% ignore dodge, 200 proc. This is a, fire damage dealing wet dream obelisk roll, and I was very lucky to get it. But I like these kinds of obelisks, and they present an interesting possibility and situation and opportunity to test compared to some CTPs, because that's sometimes the question. The CTP of Rage or the CTP of Regen seem to be pretty much, the number one for PvE and PvP. But what about when it comes to lesser used CTPs like Destruction or Energy, or in this case, Judgment? So I thought I would test out Judgment versus this obelisk on Johnny specifically, but because I still have a couple here, we're going to try to roll one to a better amount. Actually, this one is probably just good to go as is. And the interesting thing about the Judgment when it comes to Human Torch is it might be a really good fit for him because he doesn't have any fire resistance down on his skills, so he benefits from the all resistance down here. He also doesn't have a lot of fire damage increase on his stats or passive effects, so he's also gonna benefit a lot from the proc, and he also benefits from the chain hit damage because basically the rotation for Human Torch is 5 cancel 3, and 3 is a continuous skill like Cable, etc. So you want that chain hit damage, so it really does synergize well with his stats. So like I said, he doesn't have fire damage anywhere on his regular stats 1 to 5 or his 2 passives. He does, however, have, I believe, 20 or 25% increased fire damage here, but that's it. So the 20 there and the 30 here means he has a total of 52.97% fire damage. I think he also has 3% here. So 52% fire damage is really nothing special, nothing to write home about. But yeah, we're going to wait and see. We're going to have to see how that pairs up against a CTP of Judgment. So we'll test him out first with this obelisk, and then we will test him out versus CTP of Judgment, because I think a lot of times players have that question. Is this a lot better? Come on, seriously, Supergiant again? Is this a lot better than a CTP, or how good is this obelisk compared to a CTP? So we're gonna keep it on Quicksilver, doesn't matter. But we're not gonna be testing it on Quicksilver, of course. We're gonna be testing it on Ebony Maw. We're gonna go to a fairly high stage because we are going to be employing the benefits of Weapon Hex and Rachel Summers. So we're going to bring them along because we want the all defense down. We want to see how that works. Is 70 the highest that we can go? Okay, it's almost the highest. So we want that, and we're going to see fire damage leadership. We're going to see how he does here with just a regular team up. So we got Hyperion leadership and Shuri passive. I know I said I was going to use Weapon Hex, but I changed my mind. We're just going to use Rachel and Apocalypse for the mind control and the increased damage received, and then we're going to be using Luna Snow for some additional damage here. Now the rotation for Human Torch is pretty straightforward. We don't want to blow through this. We want to be able to do enough damage to see, how much the Judgment is going to offer instead of this 200% damage box. So this is a really good comparison of how much the best rolled obelisk can do compared to a CTP of niche value. I'm not going to say that Judgment is the best, but it definitely has niche value for certain characters. I don't think it works for every character. So it's taken me a bit over 30 seconds to get down 1 bar. The damage is definitely pretty slow, but that's good because if there's going to be a large spike in damage offered by Judgment, we'll be able to see that more clearly with this testing rather than if he's blowing through, 5 bars versus 4 bars. There really isn't going to be that much of a difference. So yeah, it's taken me more than a minute here to get down 2 bars. This is very slow. Obviously, at this point, he couldn't be able to do stage 70. And so yeah, it takes about that many rotations. So I don't know how many full rotations we got through, but that was 1 minute and 7 seconds to get down to the top of 13 bars, to get down 2 bars. 2 bars in about a minute. That's really slow, but it is stage 70, and we are only using 3 strikers. Now let's see. Now let's sacrifice and see what that CTP of Judgment does. So, all you free-to-plays out there, please look away right now because what I'm about to do is going to hurt you, but I don't see the point in spending the 600 crystals to save this obelisk, and I don't really use Human Torch that much anyways, so hopefully this doesn't make him worse because then I will absolutely regret this overwrite, but as it stands right now, I have a strong feeling that this is going to be the right thing to do and that he's going to end up doing more damage now with this new setup here. So let's see, and this should be a really nice comparison back and forth. So now we dropped 30% fire damage, we dropped the ignore defense, but the build is pretty much the same otherwise. A bit high on the crit rate, a bit low on the crit damage, but now we've got the extra all attack, which bumps him up to just under 30,000, and then we've also got the chain hit damage, and then it's the most important part is the all resistance down. So my theory is that the all resistance down from the CTP of Judgment is going to synergize really well, not only with the fact that he doesn't have a lot of elemental damage himself, but also because he doesn't have elemental resist, but he has all defense down. So all defense down plus elemental resist down should make for a very, very potent combo a la Scarlet Witch and other characters like that. And then you combo that with the 200% increased fire damage, which he obviously didn't have before. He just had a regular 200% damage proc. And we should see the sparks fly here in a big way. So here we go. There's the proc activating for the first time. We finally get the strikers to come in. There's a bit of a delay. It was kind of weird. But let's see here. Okay. Okay, I've got some good news and some bad news. Really? Yeah. Now, well, don't gamble for the CTP of Judgment. I honestly cannot see a reason why you should gamble for the CTP of Judgment. It seems like it's worse. Should I do other skills? Like, should I do the team up? I don't know what to do exactly. Should I wait for the proc to activate to do... How can this be worse? My voice is cracking because I'm so shocked. How could this be worse? It's visibly worse. And this is why you want to do a high stage, so that when you have situations like this, you can see the minute differences. So we're getting down to 5. Wow, it's almost exactly the same. Wow, it's almost exactly the same, but it's slower. At best, it's the same. At worst, it's slower. AKA, it's worse. I don't understand. I don't understand. I really wish the devs would give us a little bit of insight. You know, Cage is always talking about, well, speaking of looking at the dev notes over here, we've got this character is good for Shadowland, this character is bad for your wallet, this character's rotation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you guys tell us, please, which characters are good for the CTP of Judgment? I have no idea. Is this just supposed to be a mid-level CTP that's cute and it's good for players who don't want to spend like 50 or 100 rerolls trying to get a good obelisk? You're literally telling me that this is worse. This is worse than the obelisk that I just got rid of. I got rid of a 200% damage proc, 30% fire damage, 31% ignore dodge. The 31% ignore dodge wasn't doing anything, so just ignore that. Doesn't matter against Ebony. But we traded 30% fire damage for a 200% increase to elemental damage and 30% all attack. Is it the chain hit damage that's wrong? Is it the fact that the proc would land on the third skill and buff it for the duration of the third skill anyways, which means that the 200% increased damage might be a little bit better than the 200% elemental increase? Basically what I'm saying is a regular 200% damage proc for characters that have a 5-second skill, like a channeling skill, it might be as good or better than an increased elemental for 5 seconds. Now, for someone like Psylocke or another type of character, it might not be that way, but I'm not going to get into this because I'm not saying that this CTP is good for Psylocke. I honestly have no idea right now. Honestly, all I can say is, let me try to re-roll this and see if we can get higher chain hit damage. Okay, so this is an extra, it's 4.7. Like, you can get up to 20% chain hit damage, but like, is that really gonna make a difference? Honestly, I don't understand How is it possible? Is 4% chain hit damage really going to make a difference? I honestly don't think it's going to make a difference, but I don't understand. Where are you supposed to use a CTP of Judgment? For Iceman? That's it. One character. You guys made a CTP for one character. Is it like Authority, where it's just like good, but it's not amazing? Like, if we could just get a little bit of devs notes. People are spending money on the CTP and they're perplexed. I'm perplexed. People keep asking me about it and I have to tell them that I have no idea. Alright, let's see here. Chain hit damage. Chain hit damage. Yeah, look at all that chain hit damage. Oh my god, Cynicalex, the damage is so good. Wow. The CTP of Judgment is so amazing. He lied to the people watching. Okay, it's still not doing anything. Alright, awesome. Chain hit damage. Chain hit damage. Yeah. Hello, hi. Minus 30%. Yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. Well, that's mind resistance. Is the resistance from the CTP of Judgment not applying to the boss? Is it not applying to the boss? Decreases all resistance, applies to enemy. I don't see it. I don't see it applying to the enemy. Does it not apply? Is that why it doesn't work? Did the Marvel Future Fight dev team and did the testers did they test any of this before it went live? Do they have any idea? Holy crap. That literally didn't change the damage at all. That 5% bump or that 4 point whatever percent bump in chain hit damage literally did nothing. I don't think that the elemental reduction is actually applying to the bosses. What's the point of this CTP? I'm sorry. If the decreased all resistance doesn't apply, I'm not seeing it on the bar as a debuff. I think we seriously need the devs to answer this directly and publicly. I think we need CM Fragment or whatever. CM Fragment? I can't remember his name. CM is it Fragment? I can't remember his name. Anyways, we need somebody to answer this because this is ridiculous. They made a mistake on the CTP of Insight. What's to say that they didn't make a mistake on this one too? Are we gonna have another round of refunds? Oh gosh. Okay, I don't know. Happy holidays. I'm confused. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this. This testing has been absolutely puzzling. I still don't know what to say. Iceman and Human Torch, Fireman. Question mark, question mark. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the CTP of Judgment, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.